Hello, and welcome once again to What Nobody Told Me After 65. Well, I'm your lady on the go, the lady in the know, Miss Info. I guess that's what we're going to call me, Miss Info. Welcome to Information Nation, right here on your YouTube station. Today, I'm going to talk to you about relocating. Yep, relocating. I did that myself last year. Pretty stressful. And we know, according to statistics and an U.S. Census Bureau, 3 million people relocate each year. 3 million. Between the years 2013 and 2019, it was found that about 6% of people 65 and older moved every year, moved annually. That compared to 16.5% for people between the ages of 1 and 54. People 85 and older moved the most. That was about 8.4% a year. Where are these people going? Well, it looks like many chose to move across state lines, and not surprisingly, they're moving to the South. Yep, the South has attracted the largest number of seniors. The report said about 73,000 headed south annually, with Florida being number one. The Sunshine State attracted approximately 53,000 people in a year. That only left 20,000 to move other places. Florida had the most. The Northeast and Midwest lost seniors each year by about 47,000 in the Northeast and 35,000 from the Midwest. And moving out of the North. We get tired of the cold weather. At least, that's why I moved. I wanted to be here for the good weather, and since I've been here, it's been raining, it's been cold. I had a winter coat on in January. Anyway, let's talk about some of the stressors when you move. According to the National Institute of Health, I like them, stress relocation on elderly people can be detrimental. Especially if the move is not voluntary. If they are forced to move into a nursing home, assisted living, they don't want to do that. And, they lose their sense of familiarity. They're no longer familiar with their surroundings, and so it confuses you. And, you got to learn new roads. When I moved here, I was relying on GPS like crazy. But GPS was sending me way around the mulberry bush. Now that I know where I'm going, I can get there a straight direction. I don't understand why they do that except to burn gas, as high as it is. So a lot of times moving is stressful, and it's a threat to the person's well-being. You might know where you're going, but you don't know what to expect. It's a little different when you're moving voluntarily. You're downsizing, you sold your house, you want to move to Florida. You know where you're going. You pretty much know what you can expect. But a nursing home, assisted living, you don't know what goes on there because you've never done that before. So the stress of relocating for elderly people can lead to increased physical and psychological problems, sometimes serious illness, because it gets up here in your head, A lot of the times, a number of factors that have been identified that contribute to this type of stress is the fear of not knowing. That's number one. You don't know what to expect. So you already get your heartbeat faster and, you're sweating, you got clammy hands, you're thinking about it, maybe you can't sleep. All of that is not conducive to good health. So hopefully a move that a senior makes is voluntary and they agree to it. Have that conversation. Don't force it on anybody. Even though they may be sick and not realize how sick they are, that they may have to be handled or taken care of in a nursing home. Have a conversation. Don't just spring it on them. Today, older adults will live longer than any generation before them. Isn't that amazing? It's medicine. It's, we're driving longer. We're eating better. We're paying more attention to our health. And so therefore, we live longer. When you live longer, you want a better quality of life. You don't just want to move to be moving. You don't want to be in anybody's way. You want to have your own life. So here's some of the top reasons why seniors move voluntarily. To be closer to friends and family. There was a study conducted, and 40% of seniors who moved did it so they'd be closer to friends and family members. That new grandbaby, that great grandbaby, your daughter's first time having a baby. Your friends moved and you've been friends for a long time. Maybe you can afford to make that move and still maintain your friendship. Another reason why seniors move is to enjoy increased quality of life. That's what it's about. Quality of life. If you live longer, but you're not living well, what's the point? You don't want to live like that. Some seniors move because they want to enjoy a warmer climate. Hello. And have easier access to the things they love. As we get older, perhaps we like to golf. We like to swim. We want to fish. We want to move closer to the places where we can do those things. And that's another reason why they're coming from out of the north. Not that you can't do those things there, but you can't do them year round. Pretty much in the South, you can enjoy the things that you like to do almost year round. You're downsizing. You got a great big old 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. You don't need that anymore. You and your spouse need a little something where you can go to sleep, fix some food, watch a little TV, entertain if you feel like it, and that's it. The rest of the time you want to be out. So you downsize and you move across town or across the country. When you downsize, that's the whole objective. You're not moving someplace where you can take all the grandkids with you or, all your friends can come and visit. You're downsizing, and that's the objective. Those who want to downsize usually look for a senior living community. There's a difference in a 55 plus and a senior living community. Trust me. And then sometimes seniors move so that they can get employed. They want to go to work. They'd like to have a place that they can go and work and be warm and not have to worry about the hustle and bustle of traffic. But they just want to work a little bit. That's another reason why you might find that seniors move. There is a such thing. Medical researchers have outlined a syndrome that's called relocation stress syndrome. I don't know where they come up with these things, but anyway, nursing diagnosis is characterized by symptoms such as anxiety, confusion, hopelessness, and loneliness. And it usually occurs in older adults right after they move from a private residence to a nursing home or an assisted living facility. This is not that making that voluntary move. So you might find that you encounter relocation stress syndrome if you have an aging parent that you want to move and they don't want to move. Because according to a report from AARP, about 90% of older adults would prefer to remain in their own home. 90%. As they get older, they don't want to be making them changes. Even if it's steps. I'd rather, crawl up the steps that I know when I get to the top of the steps and I go left, there's my bedroom. Or I go right, there's the bathroom. It's familiar. So rather than uprooting to an expensive institutional care, 90% prefer to stay in their own home. And 80% of older adults say that their current home is the only place they would ever want to live. Now, sometimes that's not possible. But again, rather than tell your loved one that they have to move and they don't want to move, maybe you could do it gradually. You start out talking about it, give some time frames, maybe ease into it. We're getting older. We ain't getting dumber. We know what we want and what we don't want, unless we're suffering from some kind of, mental health issue. We know what we want. We know what we don't want. We know what we can tolerate. Listen to us. Okay? I want to thank everybody for subscribing and sharing. I'm on my way. I got an email from YouTube say I'm doing good. I don't know how long it's going to take to be monetized, but they told me that I can start accepting memberships. So again, I'm going to roll that out. I'm still trying to get a feel for it. One viewer said they liked the coffee table kind of talk. Intimate, one-on-one. We're just talking here. I'm giving you information that I looked up, things I thought you'd be interested in hearing about. And it's working out. So far, so good. As you can see, when you look on my channel, I have about 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, the Information Nation. We are rocking and rolling because seniors rock. Anyway, I'm Miss Info. Keep asking what my name is. You can consider me Miss Info for the Information Nation on your station here at YouTube. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Leave your comments. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and you have to watch the video. One lady got angry with me, said, I'm unsubscribing because you got that music too loud. Well, it only plays at the beginning. I do not play music the whole time. I just thought it would be interesting to have a little music, a little intro, sort of like branding. Maybe we'll talk about that next time, how to brand yourself. A lot of us are at home now. We don't have anything else to do. Start a YouTube channel. Get on TikTok. You got a hobby? Play up on it. Okay? Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for liking. And remember, you don't know what you don't know.